Hey, what's up? This is Attila and welcome to today's little lesson. We're having a show today with my Pantera TV band, a vulgar display of cover, and I got here a little early, so I figured that it would be nice to make a short lesson. Of course, this is a super well-known riff, and this probably is one of the easier ones, although the chromatic part can be somewhat challenging. It's unusual to play that like really precise, but still with the groove, with the feel. But yeah, it's Dimebag, so it's never super easy, but it's one of the easier ones. But what makes it somewhat more interesting, I would say, is the phrasings. And that part, I would think most, if not all the videos I've seen on YouTube are played wrong. One more thing before we start. The tuning today is not 440, but the Pantera tuning 425 standard D. For those of you who haven't seen, I actually made a full video on all the Pantera tunings from the Cowboys from Hell album to Reinventing the Steel. Click on the link here. Yeah, so without further talk, let's get into the details. Now, before I would go into the details of the phrasings, let me show you the riff. Starts with 0, 1, 2, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, all power chords, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and from here we go down to the A1 power chord again, which you can of course play on the E string. But it sounds different. It's on the A string, it's more open, more clear, more clicky. Whereas on the E string, it's a darker sound, not that clicky. So now let's talk about the phrasings. First, of course, you start without the mutings. Then comes the part that most people play wrong, if not everybody. That's maybe an overstatement. The pomuted, the chug part. There's several ways on how to pick the actual strings, meaning how strong you pick and also what kind of angle you have to the strings with the pick. Let me show you. And I'm gonna play only muted open E chugs. This one. So for example, if you play almost fully parallel with the strings, then it would sound a little more darker, not that edgy. But if I angle the pick, then it gets a little more articulate, more clicky, more treble-ish. Let me show you like in transition. Parallel, angle, going back, on one string, and the other thing would be how hard you pick and how hard you hold the pick. The harder you hold, probably the harder you will pick. Again, without the angle, so parallel, super soft, and then heavy. Now angled, but soft, and heavy. These are the tools to add some dynamics to even this amount of gain if you play metal. So now let's see how they sound playing the whole thing. First two rounds, it's actually full power and a lot of angle on the strings. And that would sound like this. And then in the third round, pick more parallel to the string and almost as soft that the pick would fall out if somebody would just try to kick it out from there. That would sound like this. I actually kind of add some more dynamics to the A1. In the fourth round, it's almost fully open. It starts with a little bit of new things, still keep going that soft picking and more parallel picking, and just gradually open up and slant the pick and pick it heavier. Sound something like this. Now let's see the whole thing a little slower. Thank you very much. This was it for today. I hope that you enjoyed today's lesson. If you have any questions or suggestions, then feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Also, I got a Patreon site, so if you want to support me and or get tabs and other exclusive contents, just click on the link below. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.